Welcome everybody to the podcast whenever. Word to your mama, tell a neighbor.
So Kaye-Ree, give us a background.
All right.
Background a little bit for those who don't know.
I am a German Persian soul singer, songwriter, coach, mother. Light worker.
What do you coach? Singing?
Singing and stage performance, and yeah.
Oh, that has to be difficult right now then, I guess.
No, actually, right now that's pretty good because people are at home. You know, people
true,
have a lot of time,
true.
so they were like, okay, so how can I
Occupy and like do something productive in a time
and
where everything's
get,
down.
Some get into new fields, you know. Some are like, okay, now I have time to actually really do what I want to do because the job that I have been working for so long was actually no fun. So let me see if I can do something with my talent.
That's true.
You know,
you think a lot of people are brave enough to step out
Right
now?
Now they are.
That's good.
These are interesting times for everybody, and we are being, you know, kicked out of our routines, out of our what we used to, out of our comfort zone.
Yeah.
So now people are curious to see what else they can do, what else they're capable of doing. You know, I know a lot of people that changed their career completely.
Okay.
You know.
It seems like the perfect time to do it because everybody's losing their jobs and you just have you can only do so much Netflix.
That's true.
And YouTube tutorials and sooner or later you're going to have to put in like that knowledge that you're learning and put it into effect.
And you know, you never had that much time for yourself.
Yeah, true.
So right now people are curious and they're like, now I want to learn to play the piano or the guitar, learn how to sing right, or how can I start performing when I actually get my courage together and get on stage. You know, I want to get ready for, you know, when I'm allowed to do it again.
Can anybody learn to sing? Like even Bruno? Like would that be like is it possible to make it or teach somebody how to sing without even hearing a tone?
Actually,
Bruno, me.
I think it depends on your ear. Since you are producing as well, since you're making beats, I pretty much have a trust in your ear.
Oh, trust me. Trust me, it's not good.
But, you know.
I can hear what I can hear. I like to think that I can hear what is good, what is bad.
Yeah.
However, I don't have possibility to translate it to my voice.
Singing, that's what okay.
But you know what? A lot of people think that singing has to be sounding amazing right from the get-go.
Yeah.
That's not the case. That's not the case.
Okay.
The most important thing is to actually get used to your voice because we hear our voice completely differently from outside than we hear from the inside.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm, yeah.
You
so
know
how do
that
you
phenomenon
learn
when
to
you
hear your voice right or, you know, like hear it in a different way?
Yeah, a lot of people
respect it?
hear themselves completely wrong. Like, you know, the shock that everybody goes to or went through when they first heard themselves on
like a recording
or on an answering machine. They were like, man, that's what I sound like.
I think
you know?
like damn, he's sexy. Like when I hear my voice.
Yeah, bro. Everybody asks me about you. Yo, who's this guy? He sounds sexy as shit. I want him to come to my house tonight.
Bedtime stories.
Leave me a message after the beep. No, for real. But actually, once you get to know your voice and you know that you hear yourself well enough, then you can actually hit the tone right.
Okay.
Yeah, I think it's about hearing.
It's
Yeah,
about the hearing. Yeah. And a lot of people just don't hear themselves right. That's why they sound off.
Okay.
Yeah.
So once you actually hear yourself right, then you can also learn how to sing. And
adjust the tones, I guess.
Yeah, and a lot of singing, and I'm learning that anew right now. A lot of it has to do with breathing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
If you don't know how to breathe right when you sing,
you can also ruin your voice, I imagine.
ruin
right?
it.
Yeah.
Actually, I went through that. I mean, I've been singing now for like 22 years now, professionally on stage. And
that's a lot of years. Wow.
Yes.
Damn.
And a lot of singing teachers actually teach you the wrong way, or let me say, the not so optimal way to how to breathe, because they'll say breathe into the stomach, but your lung is not in the stomach.
Yeah. Yeah.
Your lungs is in the here and in the back, mostly in the back.
Okay.
People don't know that. I just learned that after 21 years of singing.
I never actually thought about it that actually goes to the back area.
Exactly.
So, yeah, you're
I never
right.
thought of that either. And I had some issues because for a long time I performed mostly with one guitar player and a tabla player, Indian percussion.
Okay.
And then I transformed from that into a 7-piece band.
Uh-huh.
And even though I perform
That's
with
a
bands,
big band, yeah.
Yeah,
Big,
even
big,
though-
big transition.
yeah, it's a big transition, and your voice is, of course, you have to use your voice completely different.
stronger,
Yeah.
yeah.
And I ruined my vocal cords.
Trying to sing
Trying
over
to sing over it.
the
Yeah,
band, I guess.
exactly.
Yeah, okay.
And of course, a lot of it has to do with the sound engineer. If he doesn't know what to do with it, then I don't hear myself well enough, and then I try to over sing it.
Yeah.
But sometimes also if you don't really train your voice right, and if you don't breathe right, and then don't sing right, if you don't use the right technique, you can really damage your vocal cords. And I did that.
Okay.
And so I had to go to a logopedic.
Yeah.
People
For speech.
Yeah, for speech, because she knows how to fix my vocal cords again.
Okay.
And she taught me that stuff. And there's a certain technique that she's teaching. It's called Rabina
Uh-huh.
Technique. And it is so interesting. She messes me up every time. I'm like, wow.
Well,
I'm in
what
awe
is this,
because
like
it's
a
so
breathing technique, I guess?
Not
or what?
only
No?
that.
Okay.
Because everything in your body is connected. So depending on how you're standing, how you're breathing, how you which ankles you're using or moving while you're singing, or what body parts you're moving while you're singing, it messes you up. When you hear that, it is unfucking believable.
So that helps you with your posture and also
Yes.
and how to get the best performance out
Yeah.
of
For
the way you're
example, like
standing.
when you see opera singers, when they sing, they often lift their arms like that, right?
Yeah.
It has a reason to it, yeah.
Yeah, because if you do that, you have
It
a lot
vibrate.
of you have a lot of space in your court.
Yeah.
Yeah, my
sure.
friend Ryan gave me singing classes, and first thing we did was actually stretching and then like body position. Like he told me we stand for 30 minutes. We were standing,
Yeah.
and he was like, okay, first stand like this, then do really this. Do you hear the difference?
Yes.
And I was like, shit. It
And
really
you
has
do,
to,
right? You
Yeah, like it has to do a lot with the body
Yes,
itself. It's
it's
not just like
amazing.
blah.
Yeah, it's amazing.
it's crazy.
Like my boyfriend, he cracks up every time I'm having my singing lessons because at the moment I have him at home.
Oh, okay.
I have my
With the
phone.
mask on?
When you teach people, or
No, when my teacher is teaching me online,
okay.
I put my phone on a shelf
okay.
so she can see me and I can see her, and then I'm standing in a corner of my living
like a
room.
yoga class.
And then one morning I woke up and my voice felt like it's like closed, like everything's closed here. And she's like, okay, then pull your ears. I'm like,
really?
what? She's like, you pull your ears, pull them and then try to sing the notes again. I'm like, you kidding me right now? And my boyfriend came in the room and he see me standing in the corner pulling my ears.
And singing.
And singing. He was like, okay. Now she completely
Did it help?
Yes.
Yeah?
Because
Okay.
your ears, of course, all the muscles here are connected. So
Sure.
once you pull your ears, everything is being stretched here. Things like that.
Yeah,
And
okay.
you're
I never thought about that.
how?
Crazy, yeah.
It is really crazy. So if you have any more questions, contact me on Kaye-Ree.com.
That was already enough free tips.
Right.
I'm gonna use that at work, like when I'm not in the mood to talk and stuff, and like
Yeah.
video conference. Like, what are you doing? I'm stretching.
Stretch.
Crazy. That's really, really crazy. So you said you've been singing for 22 years.
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Shit.
And that is actually not
Since 98, yeah?
Yeah. I finished school at that. I mean, I was on stage,
Before
at
that
age
even.
4 already with dancing
Okay.
until age 20 something. But
What did you dance?
I started with ballet and then jazz and hip hop.
Okay. Okay.
Warren still knows me from my dancing time. Yeah. So that was my original plan on becoming a background dancer of Michael Jackson.
Oh, okay.
But, shit didn't work out. And
But you were trying. You had goals.
I had goals. Yeah, and then in school we were performing musicals and stuff like that, and I did the choreographies for the musicals.
Okay.
And at some point they asked me like, "So can you sing as well?" I'm like, "Nah, I don't think so. I mean, not good enough for stage, you know. Like, well, try, you know. So I went through like a little audition in school, and they were like, yeah, sing something. So I was like, strumming my pain with his fingers. Like, yeah, go ahead. You're going to be the Maria of West Side Story, you know. So, yeah, and that's how it started. Then I became...
So it wasn't like you grew up and was like writing lyrics and just singing in your bedroom, thinking that this is going to be...
Well, I was singing in my bedroom. And my brother said, "Oh, shut the F up."
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's that, brotherly, sisterly love.
Yeah, but no, I was really just focused on dancing. I was watching Michael Jackson, every day, and perfected his moves and everything. And I did shows, impersonating him and stuff like that as a kid with a hat and glove, and glove and everything.
He was a Michael Jackson kid.
That was me. That was me.
You had the red jacket and everything.
Yeah, everything.
I wish I had the red jacket.
You have to meet. We have a friend. Her name is Vermeil. She claims to be the
Michael
biggest
Jackson.
fan.
A lot of people do. A lot of people.
So call out, Vermeil. You've been called out. You've been called out.
He was my god. I actually prayed to Michael Jackson. I even put a chapstick on a poster so I could kiss.
That's deep.
Vermeil we should bring Vermeil here, and then
Michael Jackson.
Let's him talk, like bust some moves and shit.
And you know what? You know what's really crazy? Was it last year? I believe it was last year or 2 years ago. Somebody called me and asked me if I could sing a few Michael Jackson songs in the Jahrhunderthalle here.
Okay, yeah.
Was it Jahrhunderthalle?
So in Herx?
No. Over here in Frankfurt. Which one is that again?
Jahrhunderthalle.
No.
The Messe?
The one at Fessenheim?
Festhalle.
Thank you for your support. Yeah, the Festhalle. Yeah.
Okay.
So I was performing. Performing Michael Jackson songs with a huge orchestra.
Okay.
Shit.
Yeah, because another singer got sick.
Okay.
And I had to basically learn a couple songs overnight to be able to perform them in like a Michael Jackson, style dress.
Really?
But I guess
that.
this wasn't hard for you because you knew probably everything.
You know what?
That's probably even more nerve-wracking because it's like your idol as a kid, and then all of a sudden...
I was so nervous, and you know what?
Really?
Now, you know every Michael Jackson song, right? But do you know the lyrics?
Yeah, that's true. You know the hooks and sometimes like the words that lead up to the hook.
Okay, and now...
No, but actually... Okay,
yeah, you're right, though. I don't know if I can sing
the verses?
a whole entire
you don't know
song.
Shit. Michael didn't even know his lyrics. He didn't even sing his lyrics. Like, shoot. He even, the way he's been singing those songs.
So they picked out the songs for you that you had to sing? It wasn't like, okay, I'll pick out 3-4 songs.
Wish.
Oh, okay.
I wish.
How many songs was it?
It was like a medley of an old school of the Jackson 5 songs.
Okay.
I Want You Back.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Do you know the lyrics? No, you don't.
No.
Yeah, it's a classic, though.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, but I know what you mean. Yeah.
You know all those songs. You can sing along, but you have to sing them by yourself in the freaking festival.
No, of course, it's a whole different...
That's like when you're in a car and then somebody turns off the radio all of a sudden. Like,
The only thing I can do in this situation is probably Biggie. Biggie and Nas I could... I mean, I don't know if I could time it, but I know Biggie word for word, every single.
All right.
There's not a stone left unturned. But I know what you mean. Yeah, of course, it's always like this.
It's Michael, though. You know what I mean? And then you gotta do the moves and.
Oh, you did the moves and everything, the whole show.
I mean, not exactly. I had high heels on. Excuse me. All right.
Okay.
And I'm a lady, so you gotta work it your own way in a way.
Okay.
But it was a challenge.
One night you had, and then put on the show with people that you never even played with before.
Yes.
Okay.
Exactly. And a whole orchestra. It's a big difference if you perform with your own band or if you perform with an orchestra. And I performed with orchestras before, but they played my songs.
Yeah, true.
You know what I mean? And now I gotta.
What's the difference with playing with a band and orchestra?
Well, first of all, if you've been performing with your own band, you know exactly every beat, every little sound.
Yeah, you
of it,
guys are
know,
vibing. You guys are,
Yeah,
but,
okay.
no, but I'm more interested in
But-
like band versus orchestra in general.
the sound is completely different.
Because they use different instruments, yeah?
Yeah. You know, you have the strings, you have the horns, you have
Yeah.
the. It's amazing. I love it. I've been performing with the SWR orchestra before.
Okay.
Beautiful. I love playing with orchestra. And also with the HR band when they opened the Böhmer.
Okay.
Yeah,
okay,
I
yeah,
performed
no,
with them. It was amazing. I love it. I really love it. I would do it again and again and again. But if I do my own songs, if
Yeah.
they play my songs,
Yeah, not just,
that I
yeah.
love. If I have to learn other people's songs, man, shoot.
But isn't it kind of like nerve-wracking if they don't play your song how you want to hear it? Or is
No,
that a
that's
thing?
fine, that's
They always
fine.
play it, I guess, good
Yeah.
enough that you can perform?
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
That's fine. But me learning other people's lyrics
Mm-hmm.
is a problem.
Even if it's a classic Michael Jackson song they used to like rub your lips on
You
the
know-
poster paper.
You know, when I joined that show that we talked about earlier, The Voice of Germany,
Yeah, voice, yeah.
my biggest, challenge there was not me being on TV and singing in front of millions of people. It was me, just the thought of me having to learn other people's songs. That was
Yeah, I could imagine. And every week as well, right?
Yeah, because all my life I mostly been singing my own songs.
Okay.
and
Which is also even better because it's original and everybody's
Yeah.
been, doing the
the
opposite.
cover songs,
Yeah.
exactly, and that
Cover
was always my
songs.
thing. I was like, in the very beginning, there was a singer. I'm not sure if y'all know him, Smiley.
No.
He's been one of those songs, Smiley. He's been one of those singers that been performing in hotel bars and stuff like that. And he always played the sang the Barry White and stuff like that really, really, really well.
Okay.
He's a brother from Mainz.
Ah,
Always with the hat on and the stick, always really smooth.
He sang at the Mellow Yellow party.
Yeah, okay.
Yo, this guy is fucking fire.
And he is the one who got me into performing live at those hotel bars and stuff like that
Yeah.
with half playback.
Having like small audiences
yeah,
as
small
well.
audience.
Okay. Yeah.
But he was the one. He said, "Girl, if I can do it, it can do it." So he had me starting, and then I sang at the Park Cafe.
Okay,
with
V spot in there. Yeah.
just one or two times. But I was a little shy because I was not a performer, a cover song performer.
Yeah.
And then I started working with a couple different producers in Frankfurt and also in Wiesbaden. And then after a while, I started putting together my own show, my own songs.
Okay.
Okay.
And then after a while, I got to know my guitar player that I started writing with, that I performed with internationally for years. Born knows him.
Like it's a
very well.
7-person band, right? Like
Now, yeah.
Now,
But
okay.
back then, there
Yeah.
was only Felix Houston. That was
Okay.
his name. He's a classical guitarist,
Okay.
and me. He's the one who wrote most of the songs with me.
Okay.
By now, unfortunately, he stopped making music because he has a heart problem. But he was my ride or die for a long time. And before we met, he only performed classical music
Okay.
with an opera singer.
Yeah.
And then we got together and started writing together. He cool as hell. When you see him, you would not think that he would,
Into
play music
music,
like that.
yeah.
Yeah. But it was cool. It was really cool. We had good times. And we played in the US, we played in Spain, we played in the UK, and in South Africa, everywhere.
So how did you get over that by the voice, like with doing cover songs, the whole like learning that and at the tempo?
No, I got lucky. People always think you get to choose the songs.
Yeah, that was my
Yeah,
question.
that was.
Did they give you the
so
songs,
you didn't
right?
get to choose. You got lucky with "Is This Love" then, right?
So lucky. They give you a bunch of songs. You got to choose from. I believe it was like 200 songs. You got to pick your 10 favorites or something like that.
10 favorites
From
from.
200 songs.
And then from
that's
those
hard.
10,
And
they
then
choose.
from 10, you got to prep them and then perform them at a casting before
All
you get
10
on
songs
TV.
you have to learn, I guess. And
No, you got to
then-
perform them as well.
yeah,
You got to perform before you
And
get
then
on
they
TV.
choose. Then they
Yeah.
choose.
Before
yeah.
you get on TV, you have 4 other castings.
yeah, that they're not
Before-
even showing
that
on
they're not even
TV.
showing.
Oh, okay.
Yes, and when we did, it's a whole
Yeah.
scam.
And then once you made it on TV, this is the only casting that people get to see. But
Oh,
before,
behind the scenes, I didn't know it was like that though. 10.
Yeah, bro. Imagine how many people then would end up on a
you know
True.
what? It was about 9,000 people that applied that year that I joined The Voice of Germany. 9,000.
Oh.
And the only people that get to be in the blind edition is going to be, I think it was like 150 or so.
Okay.
From 9,000, they pick in 150. And people that you get to see on TV is only 75.
Yeah.
Yeah, they just make it look like it's so many people, I guess, with those short clips and everything. I used to love watching in the beginning when people are trying, and then you know that they can't sing, and they have like...
But with The Voice of Germany, you would not see anybody who cannot sing.
Yeah, that's true. Voice is a different platform. Yeah.
It's amazing.
Is it rigged though? Like up until the final, is it rigged?
What do you mean?
Like for example, when we did Super
Manipulated, I guess
Talent,
you
they
say.
offered us money to lose.
No.
They offered us money to not go to semifinals.
No. I wish they would have.
Yeah, give me my money. I got promoted.
No, because
marketing.
it would be better that the one group went in because then it would be more, more
Dramatic,
contrast and more
okay.
dramatic.
Yeah.
Yeah, like they play off of it's a showbiz.
Yeah, of course. I
So-
mean, I'm pretty sure they have a certain plan in mind after the first couple rounds. They probably calculate with a few people that really could make it and see what their career could look like and this and that. That's why you see mostly young people going to the finals. You know what I mean?
Yeah, okay, yeah, for the generation.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
They got I
What
mean,
they gonna do with a 40-year-old? You know what I mean?
Well, I don't know. You could,
I mean that's stupid. I know so
Yeah, I
many
don't like-
women and men that
but
are
it
like
is show
70
business, so
yeah,
I
but
guess
it's show
you're right.
business.
Yeah, they're thinking about the longevity. You know,
there was-
somebody who's 20.
So there was no rigging on voice or anything like. Yeah.
Not that I know. I mean, I made my choice in leaving before the live shows.
But how did you? So wait, I saw your audition with the Bob Marley song.
Yeah, that was dope with all 4 people
Thank
turning around. I'm sure your heart was like pounding.
Yes, it was.
So
But you actually got calmer as like, the 3 people had already calmed. You can tell by like your whole
Yeah.
demeanor and
Yeah.
how, and it
Because
was
I
more
didn't
like probably like an ego thing. Like 3 people already turned around, you might as well turn around.
You know what? The thing is, I did not go there expecting anybody to turn around because
Okay.
for myself, because I never really wanted to go to a casting show like that.
Yeah.
Because I'm not the typical kind of artist that I think, they would really want to push
Okay.
in the music industry. Because first of all, I've been in the music industry for way too long. I've been doing my thing by myself independently for way too long. I know too much about the music
Yeah.
business. I'm not the kind of artist that they
They
can
can
mold.
push over. Yeah.
I am
Yeah.
already
established.
Kaye-Ree.
You're
Yeah.
established.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I hear
I have
you.
my image. I have my music, and that kind of music is not or has not been that successful in Germany.
Mm-hmm.
This is not the right music for Germany. For the major industry to really push.
What do you think is pop? I guess like what kind
Yeah,
of
pop, German hip hop.
German hip hop.
Where would you
It's
put?
more
Where would you
now.
put your music? In which genre?
Soul, neo soul, R&B, jazz, hip hop, that genre. But that's not really big here. That's bigger in the U.S. or in the U.K. But
UK, yeah.
you know,
So,
yeah. So, but I didn't go there with that expectation. I just wanted to go there because I had a baby. You
Yeah.
know, I've been
Yeah.
off the scene a little bit. So I was like, okay, what can I do as a next step to actually take my music to the next level?
Yeah.
You know, bring a little more awareness to who is Kaye-Ree.
Mm-hmm.
So that was the goal. And I knew from other people that went to the show that even if they just went there and the name popped up on TV, popped up on TV. And,
It's okay. It's Kevin's anyway.
And, how many people are still watching this show after so many years?
Yeah,
There's
sure.
millions.
Yeah.
So quite a few people got to know my name at least,
Yeah.
you know.
No, that's
And-
a definitely good.
So it
promo.
helped you. You felt like it was definitely good for your promotion.
Yeah,
And,
for sure.
So
it was
how-
amazing.
So how did it work? You did the audition, the Bob Marley thing,
Right.
and then you went. I saw the battle thing,
battles,
which they
exactly.
produced terribly.
Yes.
That's like, yeah,
Agreed.
voice shit. That's shit, man. But that was I didn't understand. I didn't get what was that. That was like a
the battle, and then afterwards is the sing-offs.
But was that already around? Like, for example, the audition, they got you in, right?
Yeah.
And then after that, you go immediately to the battle? Or?
After the blind
Those are-
audition, you go to the battles,
Oh.
and then after the battles,
Wait,
you go
blind
to the
audition
sing-offs.
is where they're like
Yeah,
turning like.
yeah, exactly. That's the most
okay.
exciting part about the
Yeah.
show.
True.
Sure.
Yeah,
Sure.
of course.
See who turn.
Yeah.
And then there's a battle, and then there's the sing-offs,
Sing-offs,
and
exactly.
then that's it.
No, then you go to the live shows, but I didn't go there.
Why who decides that, like, did you get kicked out, or did you can decide, or how does it work?
No, usually they decide.
Okay, so they're basically like kicking out people.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah,
And then basically like a classic show
Yeah.
thing, right?
yeah. Then you have the live shows, and then they sing against each other and this and that, and then
Fans call
yeah.
in.
But you
exactly, at some
said
point.
you're happy you didn't go to live, right? Or
For me, it was
Yeah.
the best choice, and I made that choice because I did not want to be involved in the contracts that are following.
That are involved.
then they're changing the contracts.
Yeah.
Yeah, these
But that's very,
motherfuckers.
very good for your promotion. 2 rounds out, and then you don't have to worry about singing songs, making them so much money, and you just seeing that. Like years later, you're like going to McDonald's and like hearing it on a commercial. Like,
You're basically making them songs.
yeah,
That's,
you're
yeah.
making them songs the
But
whole
no,
time. and-
you know what? They're not even using those anymore
Because they got so much money of people watching it.
Yeah, they,
Sure, okay.
and this show is happening every
But
year.
they don't release
so.
those CDs like after every.
No, not
But they
anymore.
used to.
Not
They
anymore?
Used to.
Yeah,
They used
okay.
to,
Used
yeah.
to.
Okay.
But I think they did it just to
Promote the show itself, not the singers.
I think, I mean, like something like Voice or Super Talent, so shows like these that the whole nation is
Well,
watching.
Super Talent is different than, I guess.
But like in
the
general,
world,
all
yeah.
these types of shows, the whole nation is watching. They're making millions of money. I mean,
But I have to admit, it was a great idea to do it. I met amazing people. I met amazing artists. I have to say,
yeah, that's what I wanted to ask you.
I was very, very surprised how many really, really good singers we have in Germany. Because when you watch American shows, you're like, yo,
There's so much talent. There's so much grosser pool to pick from. Yeah.
yeah.
but even in Germany, you have amazing artists out there, but they don't know nothing about the business, and that is
Do you think it's
what
more
keeps
about
them
not knowing
small.
about the business or not trying to, like, finding their own voice? You hear so many big platforms like in UK or in the States,
Right.
and you already you try to emulate that sound, but maybe the problem is trying to find your own sound and being comfortable with it. Like here
Some
in
I would
Germany?
agree.
Yeah.
Some I would agree.
But there's still
but
business
there's
to it.
the thing is that the business side of it, the major industry, is doing exactly what you're talking about. They always look for the same kind over and over again. Whatever works,
Yeah.
whatever has been
Brings in money.
sold,
Yeah.
Boom, push it.
push it, and then keep going for that direction. Like you've seen the development of German hip hop, for example.
Yeah, like it went crazy like the last couple of years now with the
Yeah.
style and how like ghetto, I don't know. But I see where it went. I just
And just because it's been working so well, they keep
on
pushing
pushing
that,
it,
even
true.
though that music is not really. I mean,
Yeah.
sorry,
you don't
everybody
even
has a different
understand
taste,
half
you know.
the
But
things that they're saying and stuff, and
not only that, there's so many people that can't really rap.
relate. Or I thought
Oh
you
my
meant
God, you have no idea. I mean, I don't want to go there because this half of the show is going to turn into a hate show. But
you talk
yeah,
about my German hip hop.
yeah.
Get your
But
lyrics
yeah,
up.
I agree with
And,
you.
Get your
and I'm a
lyrics
hip
up.
hop head. I love hip hop. I love American hip hop, though. I mean, I also grew up with Fantastische Vier. Don't get me
Yeah,
wrong.
with
I love them
I like
too.
the lyrics.
You know.
Yeah.
Wordplay.
And I mean, they've been on the show too, and that's the team that I chose because I grew up with them.
Yeah.
And my brother, who's my drummer, by the way.
Yeah, I saw that he can also play a lot of instruments, right?
Yes, he plays the guitar.
Does your brother give drumming lessons? Because I'm looking for some drumming lessons.
Yes, he does.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. What
You can
drumming?
get singing
what
lessons
music does he
and
do?
drumming lessons.
Say it again.
What music? Drums? What drums?
Oh, you can learn everything from him. He's.
But is he like? What is he?
Well, he usually before he started playing in my band, he was doing his rock and you
So
know.
back rock. Okay,
rock.
cool.
But since he's been playing with me, he had to learn
Jazz it up a little.
jazz, hip hop, and stuff. And now he actually been chosen as the sub for the Fantastische Vier. So he's been
Oh, that's
getting
dope.
into
Okay.
yeah.
Like
Okay, dope.
one hand wash the other. Like
Yeah.
you connected, he connected. That's how it's supposed to be.
You know that
Yeah.
he was actually he's been making music also for a very, very long time, and I remember when he was finishing school, I told him, like, if you finish school, I'm going to try to get you a record deal.
Okay.
I never made it, unfortunately, but he
Still.
Yeah.
you know, but he got to meet his heroes, the Fantastische Vier, through me.
Yeah.
And then he actually called their management
Okay.
of Fantastische Vier and asked them if they still have capacity for,
A
you
backup
know.
drummer.
So
Yeah.
technically,
No,
you
no.
got him.
No, he asked for me as a management for me, for us as a band, since he's my drummer, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So now they're gonna be our management starting next year.
Oh,
And
congratulations.
Thank you. And he is
Dope.
actually gonna be the sub drummer for, you know.
Okay. Do you need somebody to hold your bags, plan your
Sure.
parties?
Take some
hotels?
photos and videos. Yeah.
I can do your Insta videos, blogs, and I'll send it to my edit dude.
All right. All right.
Yo, you're about to get smacked one day, I swear, bro.
All peace and love. All peace and love.
Yeah, shit. Yeah, but I wanted to ask you. So you've been doing this for a very long time, right? So how did you, throughout these, let's say, 20 years, right? How did you separated the life, I gotta do life, I gotta fucking cook, eat, shit, sleep,
Support.
support. Now you have a kid. How old is your kid?
He's 6.
6. Okay,
Yeah.
so like you have a kid, you gotta raise the kid and blah blah.
Right.
But even before a kid, like how did you balance your like mental state in your mental space for creating music with
All those
I gotta cook, I
responsibilities.
gotta go to a shop and buy. How did you balance that? Like, did you do you also like are you sustainable now for music or how
Well, for about
Corona time?
21 years, I also had a daytime job
Okay, cool.
working for an airline,
Okay,
part-time.
okay.
I studied marketing about 20 years ago, marketing and communication in Wiesbaden. Finished my studies, and to finance that, because it was a private school, I started working at Lufthansa
At the airport.
at the airport at check-in.
Okay.
So I worked full-time early shift, and then in the evening I would go to university.
Wow, respect.
I was young.
Still, respect. I'm
like,
young and I don't do this shit. So.
So, and after finishing that, I went to like an internship at Lufthansa as well, and I got to know the real world and the marketing
Yeah.
industry. You know what I mean?
Yeah, the players.
Exactly. And I was like, do I want to do that? I don't think so. So I decided to, use that marketing knowledge for myself
Yeah.
and stay on the music route, because I knew I would always want to do music. So
No matter, yeah.
I still kept that daytime job though, because it allowed me to still keep doing my music instead of doing, playing in
Other
cover
people's.
bands.
Somebody else's, yeah.
True.
Yeah.
And not only because I don't like to sing other people's songs, but also because I knew that if I keep doing those jobs as a cover singer, I would not get out of that. People would always see
Relate
me
you
as a
to
part of
that.
the cover.
That's
Yeah,
so
that's-
true. That
that's
is
true.
so true, yeah.
There's so many artists here that do that. They've been doing that for a long
My
time.
best
and they
friend
never
does
got
it,
out.
yeah.
And nothing against that. I love those bands. I love the Cotton Club Band and all those. The Kinkamehameha when they
Yeah.
used to play.
Yeah.
I love them, but I've seen that they are amazing artists, but they never really got out of that niche. The
Yeah,
cover-
but they became, for me, that's a freelancer.
yeah.
I know.
And that is their path. But for
Yeah.
me, I always knew I would want to make my music career a different one. And in order for me to be able to do that and not be dependent on that cover band money, so
Yeah.
to say,
Yeah.
I kept the daytime job and did that part-time to
That's,
cover
that's,
my bills, and then kept building up my music career. And this yeah, that's what I.
That's a good theory. Like I remember Joseph Wu,
Yeah.
friend of us. He's a DJ, long time in the game, fucking almost an OG to us. And I remember I was talking. We had a gig together somewhere, some country I don't even know where. And we are talking after the gig, and I'm like, he's traveling every week to, 1 week he's in Japan, the next one he's in Russia, then it's in Spain, then it's in Germany, then it's in USA, and like it's all over the place every fucking weekend. And I asked him like, well, like what do you do like in general? He's like, yeah, I work at the pharmaceutical company. Like I work in the lab. I'm like, what? You don't? I was like, you don't need to work in no goddamn lab. You're probably getting like 500 per gig, plus the whole travel expenses, plus this, plus that. Not only for 1 day. Why would you? I mean, what, bro? And then he told me
keeps you level.
Exactly. He told me like, yo, bro, there are 2 reasons. First, keeps me leveled, and also like then I have a no, because he said like I have a mental space to then do music, because once you're 100% in music, then you don't have space, then you're stuck in it, so you don't see nothing new, and you just keep rolling over it, But when you go out of it, do something else, then you can look back onto it and find new ideas.
Very smart.
And you know
That's
what?
very, very smart when he told me
How you
this.
just presented that.
If
Yeah,
you
bro, because I'm
are-
smart. Accept it, motherfucker.
if you are
Shout out to
always,
Joseph Wu.
if you're always independent
Yeah.
and you always have to rely on yourself and you're always responsible for everything,
You don't have
Yeah.
time to.
you
Do
are
anything
not
else.
relaxed to really be creative.
Yeah.
And if you are employed and you do not have that responsibility anymore,
That stress is also with that
Yeah.
pressure.
Comes
is a
out,
little
yeah.
bit of,
I
no,
know
I mean
with
that
me-
pressure's a little bit taken away.
Yeah,
like,
yeah, 'cause
if I
you
don't have
know-
a gig, okay, I still got my job.
Exactly, yeah. And then you can focus more on and it literally, so the one reason was that, he can
Yeah.
focus more, and the second one was also the financial option, because then he can actually, he told me like, yeah, I chose to have a job, just so I don't have to do the gigs that I don't want to do.
yeah, exactly.
I think it's a very, like, I remember he told me that, and then I literally 1 month after that I got a job, full-time job.
Yeah, it
but-
relaxes you. It
But
relaxes you.
I did realize I cannot do a 9 to 5. But however, I do have problems where I feel that my creativity, I feel my creativity sometimes not working, just because I'm like, because when you work for yourself, it's a 24/7
Exactly.
job, So, and then, for example, maybe I have times when I'm gonna sit down, I'm gonna write, or this film or whatever, and then I sit down and I'm trying to write, but I write maybe a sentence, but like constantly it's like, oh, you gotta send that invoice. Okay, the bill's coming now. Okay, that project got canceled. This guy's probably stupid, so he might fuck up here. You better check him. You better check he doesn't forget this. There's constantly just shit coming.
And now imagine you don't only have to manage yourself, but also your 7-piece band.
True.
Crazy. I know, it's crazy. It's crazy.
A lot
Or
of
even
shit.
having a kid. I cannot fucking imagine that right now. So
So that means like
it's a good tactic. It's a good
with your
tactic.
first album here,
yeah.
that was like supported through also your job, or how long ago was your
well,
first album actually?
That was released 2009.
Oh, 9? Oh shit!
Yeah.
I did my research is not so
The
good.
second one. The second one.
The second one is 2013.
Yeah,
This one is
New
yeah,
Air.
okay.
Exactly.
This is Endless Melody. If somebody's looking at the camera, I don't know if you can see it.
Right.
Kaye-Ree got us a gift. Actually, it's for Kevin because he needs to learn how to play vinyl.
I got my
So,
techniques. I
yeah.
can do it.
You got your techniques.
Yeah.
One.
That's why I didn't
At
put
the
an S in.
moment, I'm sending these out, even sending 2 out to the U.S. right now. And if anybody, wants to
Where can
order
they hear
them,
you? Yeah, we can now give you a plug. Where can they hear you?
Of course, you can hear everything on Spotify and iTunes and everything, online platforms. But also, if you want to order the physical ones, then you can just write me on Instagram,
At
Kaye-Ree, Kayereee in one word.
and how do we find you on Spotify or iTunes or whatever?
Kaye minus REE. Like
Okay, cool,
dash.
cool. Do you have Bandcamp account?
Do I have what?
Bandcamp?
Yeah, Bandcamp is dope. I like Bandcamp.
Actually, I would. I mean, if you're trying to sell records, I would.
use it for like house songs and stuff.
I would recommend you Bandcamp. It's actually funny. Hayes was at my house the other day, and we were actually going through music. I'll play you a little bit later when we start recording. I found this one girl, crazy singer. I was like, crazy singer, right? And we bought her music on Bandcamp. I try not to buy much on Bandcamp just because it's digital. I like playing vinyl. However, they also sometimes sell vinyl. The problem is since the artists are like smaller, it's not a big, because Bandcamp is usually for artists themselves, rarely for a label.
Labels, okay.
Yeah, because labels are stupid. Anyway, so they don't have no. But, big. I'm talking big labels, right? A lot of my friends have labels, so yeah. I'm talking big labels. I'm talking Universal. And, but what I wanted to say, so usually they don't make a lot of vinyls because they cannot afford it. So they probably make 150 copies or something like that, right? And we bought this record from this I don't know what's her name, Nubia or something. Yeah, Nubia or something. And then she hit me up after, I saw you bought the shit, blah blah blah. And it's the reason why I want to give it advise you on is just because the community is very, very strong.
Is that through Ryan Leslie? Bandcamp was, Ryan Leslie, the singer?
Yeah.
Was that one of his things so that the artists can be more in contact with their fans?
I don't know. I don't know.
I think his stuff was something else.
Something else. That was like sending an SMS and like direct message to your phone.
Yeah, but I think Bandcamp is more underground than Ryan Leslie. Anyway, it's a very good community and it works really well. And Bandcamp basically takes nothing.
Okay.
So I would always.
But how do you feel about platforms like Spotify, like coming into the picture for
it's
artists?
Horrible.
Horrible?
It's horrible for the artists.
Really?
It's horrible. Well,
okay. Well, I guess I saw like recently how much they really get paid for, or how many views it would take.
Nobody knew this. I was surprised how many people were shocked. I'm like, yeah.
Well, I mean, because you see people with like 2 million followers, and you're thinking like, oh, they're getting paid like so much money, but they're actually not even getting paid. It takes so many views or clicks just to even start to get like 10 euros or. I didn't know about that at all.
It's crazy.
It's
I think
so little that you get through Spotify.
For like million streams, you get like nothing.
Yeah.
Nowadays, you only use that as a promotion, basically.
Yeah.
Okay.
And nowadays, only like if you want to, if you're looking for sponsoring deals, or if you're looking for a record deal, or if you're looking for any kind of deal in the music industry, the only thing that really matters to them is the numbers.
Yeah.
Because, according to those numbers, they can calculate kind of like, okay, how many people are going to come to your concerts?
So that's how the label sees if, okay, this person's even worth like signing.
Exactly.
Okay.
So nowadays you got to build your own career up completely, and then they might jump on a train.
And then you might even think, why do I need you if I already built this up?
Thank you very much. Thank you very much for your support.
Hey, this is my question is really...
Better to be independent.
No, but I really have a question. I never understood it. Like, I never understood it because for me it was like we live at the age where you have so many influences.
Right.
So many entrepreneurs. God, every time I hear this word, but like so many entrepreneurs, so many influencers, all this fucking vloggers, YouTubers, self-made. Right. Usually also very young, right? Right. Self-made to the point where no fucking J. Cole, no fucking nobody would even touch that. You know what I mean? And or on the same level, you know. And my thing is like, why are still artists dependent so much on labels? I still do not get it. Because my thing is like this: if I'm good and if I do have a following, let's say I have a following. Like if I was a rapper, right? Or an artist, a singer, rapper, right? And let's say I have a following, whatever the following it is, but let's say I manage to make 5K per month from my music. Whether that's through streams, whether that's through shows, I make 5K. I don't need I don't have a kid, blah, blah. I don't need 5K. I need 2K to live, right? So I can use this 3K for marketing, right? Right. So I get me a kid that's like 22, fresh out of university. I pay him $650 per month, like a mini job type thing, to do me ads, marketing ads, right? Right. I get my homies who are creative in video work and shit, and let's say I'm creative because every fucking rapper thinks he's creative. So we make some like small videos and photos, and you know how it is, right?
Right.
We give it to the kid. Kid pushes it out for a budget of 2,500 ads. 2,500's worth of ads per month is a ton. So I'm already in a year. I'm gonna scale up so much. So my question is like, why? And then like it's why? Where does the label come on? Like,
What are they doing for you?
what are they
So-
doing? I mean, I know what they're doing, but like, how do you balance? You know what I'm saying?
Nowadays, you're 100% right. You do not really need labels for a certain level, so to say. First of all, I don't know if you ever made it. I don't want to, get too personal, but if you ever made 5G a month, that is not easy to make 5G a month for music.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
I don't even make 5G a month of
Yeah, I
music,
mean,
and I
I know.
usually give a lot of concerts, bro. But 5G a month, first of all, that.
Yeah.
So you need that time, you need that money. You need to find somebody who you can rely on to do that job for you, even for 450 euros or 650 euros a month. That digital stuff that you need to do, that digital, yeah.
But to be honest, I work with a lot of. I cannot even count how many artists I work. Both rappers, musicians,
Right.
Every genre, every part of the world.
Right.
I cannot count how many.
Right.
I think I saw maybe 10 times where label really played the part what they had to do. Like I never saw a label do what they need to do. Never.
Exactly, and this is why you see me still being independent.
Yeah.
Because most of the time I saw it exactly the way you just said it. What do you need the label for? They either take too much of your own cut,
They take too much of the cut. They don't give shit.
they
There's
don't,
never a budget.
They don't really work how they supposed to work,
Yeah.
and they only work for their own good and not for the artist's
Yeah.
good.
Yeah. It's always like this.
So now where the industry really comes in, like the major labels, for example, since they doing 360 deals nowadays.
I want to ask you about the 360 deal. Yeah.
What is the 360 exactly?
It means that like back in the days before they came up with that stuff, you as an artist basically only had to give your shares of your sold music, or you would get advance money of the
You
record
get like
labels.
50K or
Recording time and
100K.
stuff for
For
to
the
record
album,
it.
you get
For
like
the album.
100K or whatever.
Yeah. Okay.
Right. Then they would develop you as an
Yeah.
artist.
And you would have
They
to
would
pay that
look
also
at
back,
you-
right?
No,
Yeah.
if you make
Depending
it.
on the deal.
No, yeah,
Depending
depending
on
on
the
the deal. Yeah.
But they would take the cuts of your sales.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
But nowadays they want everything, like wherever merchandising,
Oh,
live.
okay.
Like the money that you get for concerts.
But
the,
you're not tied to. I think
depending on your deal.
depending on your deal. But usually they don't do yearly anymore, right?
Say it again. They don't do what?
They don't do like you got to make 3 albums for us now.
Oh, okay, that was before. They would say
Because
here's
before you had
Yeah.
before it was
like 5 albums, here's a
Yeah.
million up front,
Yeah.
and all that stuff.
And now I
record
think
deals.
it's they can drop out after each they get now per project. I think that's the also part
But
of
the deal for them is that they also earn on you on every
Yeah,
little
on
thing that you
every-
do.
yeah. So even if you do your private merch,
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Exactly.
No, that's a stupid deal.
It is.
Like you have a YouTube channel that has like 5 million people,
I
and
think-
they're also getting money from that, I guess.
You know what I think happens? I think, for example, in my case, a lot of artists get excited because they do get deals. They get 50K for an album, and they're 24, and they're
they
like,
don't know nothing.
and they don't even realize that 50K is not. No, but 50K is nothing.
It's nothing.
No, but don't get me wrong. There are fucking crazy musicians out there, but it's nothing.
It is nothing.
For an album, and don't think about fuck the studio hours. You need maybe 5K. You good. For an album,
Yeah.
today's kids
Yeah.
make it so cheap. Like,
Yeah.
I can produce it here, master it here. It's gonna sound better than what. So it's you can get, and then, but we're talking marketing, we're talking the whole thing, the tour, the music videos, so much, 50K is nothing, but they get excited because they're young, they're stupid, they're
They
like,
never
wow.
had that kind
They
of
never
money.
had, all of a sudden, and then they take, all of them, they take it, and then what they do, they spend it on the first fucking music video because they wanted some Coke, some bitches, and some Lamborghini, and then they paid this for, 20K. But it's crazy. My question is, how does labels like, for example, Dream will work?
What?
How does labels like from Dream will work? From
Why
J.
Dream?
Cole, like those labels that
Like
we
under
respect,
labels from
yeah,
the
or
other-
the labels that I respect. Like, how do they work? That's my thing. Because there's so many successful artists that are on the labels.
But
and
it's
they're-
like a pyramid scheme. They're under a bigger
Right.
label, and they're,
Right.
like, so that's just them making money off their artists. Just like, who was Lil Wayne signed? Or was it Drake?
I don't know. I don't follow that music.
Yeah, but I think it was. Like, Lil Wayne signed Drake, and look how much money Lil Wayne made off of Drake signing Drake.
Oh, really? I don't know. I just don't understand it in today's world.
Well,
I don't understand
you
it.
cannot really compare
Do you think it's
the
possible
U.S.
to do it?
market
To Europe,
the
yeah.
European market.
It's
That
different
is-
money. It's the whole different thing. But do you think it's possible to go big? I'm talking big, without the label. That's my question.
Nowadays, I see possibilities for things to develop that way. Yes, especially because of the digital world. The influencers and all that stuff. Because now you just have to be smart and really, really energetic to do that stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, put
know.
a lot of shit out.
A
Yeah.
And you
lot
gotta
of
be
work.
consistent,
Yeah,
putting out
consistent.
stuff and
Yeah.
I mean,
be
look
seen.
at that. What's his name? Lil something.
Lil
Pump.
Baby?
Lil Pump.
Oh,
The kid was putting out SoundCloud bullshit mixtapes.
Yeah.
And then one
Blew
popped,
up.
one blew the fuck up, and now he's one of them biggest lils. That
The
whatever.
biggest
the little
Littles.
crews. he's the biggest littles.
He's the biggest lil, yeah. No,
But look at The Weeknd.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Good example. Yeah.
Did you know the music of The Weeknd before he got big?
No.
His shit was good. His shit was hot.
Yeah.
His music was really good
But
before.
he always had something different. He always did it
Yeah.
different in how he approached it.
He
and
pushed
sang.
out mixtapes like crazy to
Okay.
build up his fan base. And this is the artistry about the music industry nowadays. You have to build up your fan base. I'm not
Yep.
that good at it.
Yeah.
I have to admit. Since I am a mother, sorry, and all of that,
Yeah.
you see the S on my chest? Yes, I'm doing all that. But
What? I didn't get this.
See that?
S on my chest.
Yeah.
See the S
you
on my
know?
chest, super.
Cause I am a superwoman. Yeah, but it is a lot of work, and if you manage to build up a fan base that, especially in Germany, oh my God, German fans are so faithful.
Are they?
They are so faithful. Look at them. They still
They
run
used to
to
rock Dieter
old
Bohlen
school,
and all that stuff. Yeah, like the
Like-
Schlager parties from like 40 years ago.
Listen,
like
like,
Blanco.
like Fantastische Vier, for example, their fan base reaches from people my age and a little bit older
Yeah.
To the kids.
to the kids.
Yeah, that's true.
And they all go to their concerts. The Festhalle was packed.
And they do good shows.
They do amazing shows. They're really entertaining.
Yeah.
Really entertaining. And they're not,
So they're going to be helping you, I guess, next year with that's part of their job as management, right?
I mean, the Fantastische Vier is one band. They're separate from the management. The management is the management. And they've been with
okay.
them for 30 some years now.
Yeah.
So they must
They know
be
what
doing something right.
they're doing something
Yeah,
right.
yeah.
Especially if they stay with them for that long. They would have switched
Exactly.
them out a long time ago.
I mean, we got to know them, and I have to say they're really good people, and this is the reason why I want to work with them, because
Okay.
they're really, really good people, and they've been in the industry for so long, they know what they're doing. If they were not good people, I'd be out.
And they're the ones that are going to be pushing the new album, I guess,
Yeah.
Growth. Okay.
Exactly. Growth is going to be the new album, and it talks a lot about this year.
This year. Oh, so there's like a lot of downs?
No.
This is
up. Growth, baby, growth.
up.
Growth.
True.
Growth.
But
Is
there
this
has
the-
to be some kind of pain in there.
Yeah.
Where growth
Yeah, we
is,
always grow. We always grow from our pain, from our most difficult times.
and that's
Yeah.
why this year is actually very good.
Yeah, it's been amazing. Even though it caused a lot of pain, but if you always got to see from from up here, from that perspective,
Okay.
and if you see the development of humankind at the moment, this is amazing what is happening right now.
So all the songs were written through your personal experience?
Yes,
Oh,
always.
Okay, that's really good.
Oh, this is a sticker?
Yeah.
It says, I am a sticker. That is so
He can
genius.
read. Last
like
year
stickers?
we just got his award. He finally can read. So that's
This is the final cover or what?
No, it actually might not be. This is a cover that I thought it could be
okay.
before I had the management.
Ah, okay.
And now we're talking about maybe changing up the style a bit because I've been, even in the show, showing my hair a little bit because I've been, rocking that hair wrap for so long.
Yeah, okay. Change up the image. and I
Change it
guess-
up a little bit,
yeah.
just to open people's minds up a little bit
Yeah.
because they like to put you in boxes.
True.
And even though this hair wrap has served me amazingly
Yeah.
because people really
It fits you.
recognize you. Yeah,
It fits you.
and they recognize you wherever you are. Even people that met me here and saw me again in the U.S. They were like, "Hey, I know you, Neo."
Yeah.
Did that.
Okay.
You're like, I know you, Janet Jackson.
Huh.
She was like, "Wait a minute, aren't you the girl whose video they showed on the airplanes?" I'm like, "Yeah." She re-recognized me, because of the hair wrap. So I was like, "Okay, that works."
I saw
That's cool.
Questlove was following you.
Yeah, we homies. We homies.
What's
That
up
is
with that?
dope.
Yeah.
See what I have.
The first thing when they sent me your profile, the first thing I said is like, "Yo, Quest for Love is following."
Yo,
her.
Questlove and Jeru the Damager are following her. Yo, what?
Jared the Damager was my neighbor, so it's okay. But Questlove, I was like, shit.
Well,
You guys connected or what?
Yeah.
Yo,
You got his number? I need his
Questlove,
number.
if you're
you need
listening,
to come to Germany right now.
Questlove, if you're listening to
Corona
this,
and
day,
everything.
oh my god.
Quest
He needs
has been
drumming
to Germany
lessons.
quite a bit. We
Yeah, he
actually
was in
met
Croatia.
here.
Man. Yeah, it's not. Yeah,
I met their guitarist, Kirk Douglas.
yeah.
Okay.
Which is
long,
crazy. Good, yeah.
long time ago here at the Music Messe
Okay.
in Frankfurt, before he joined the Roots.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, shout out to Kirk. What's up, Kirk? And super nice guy, and we always stay connected. I visited him in New York. Whenever he was in Germany, we
Yeah.
connected. And then at some point, he was like, "Yo, I'm gonna be playing for the Roots." I'm like, "What?"
Oh, that's like, and what a Jimmy
then-
Fallon show, right? Like,
Yeah.
Ooh.
And then, and that was even before they played.
Even
He
before.
joined them.
Okay.
He joined them before, way before. Yeah.
And then he even sang that one song on.
Ah, yeah.
The new stuff. You got
Yeah.
it.
The news.
The
it
seed.
wasn't like the.
This is the scene.
And call it rock and roll.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that stuff. And he's an amazing singer as well.
Okay.
Really, really cool. But he was the one who was like, "Yeah, we have a show. Come over." And so I got to meet the whole band a couple times already. Now you went to that show last year. Was it last year? No. 2 years ago? I don't remember. Last year or 2 years ago? No, last year in Berlin.
Ah, yeah. It was the last official thing before. Was it last year? Or this,
No, it was
earlier
not
this
last
year.
year. Maybe 2 years ago.
2 years ago.
It was
Yeah.
one of the most amazing live shows I've ever seen in my life. They like every time I see them, they just better and better
Yeah.
and better and better. It's incredible.
Yeah, when you play so long together.
And
there's
I
so
want to
much
meet
experience.
Questlove. I took his drumming lessons.
The online.
Yeah. But
He's a beast. He is
no, but he
a
as a person and as a character in the
Amazing.
history, like he's played a big role, and I'm a big hip hop kid, and he's like one of my favorites. Not as a musician necessarily. I mean, he is crazy, but Dilla taught him that. So before that, he was just a boom boom ka. But in general, like Questlove played a big part, and I love his style and how calm he is and how he's so on the ground and everything. So I don't know.
Such a teddy bear.
If you can I don't know if you can do something, do something.
Do you need security? Like next time you
Because
go
Kevin
meet them?
can.
Yeah, I'll come with you. Just make sure everything is all taken care of. Make sure everybody has masks on.
Yeah.
Because I don't want your voice. Like I'm really worried about maybe your voice and like you getting sick.
All right.
I really hope I get to meet him. I would love to meet him. Imagine Questlove on our show, maybe like a episode 1,000,002.
I would just love to like smoke and just hear him play for like an hour.
Yes,
Just
bro.
an
I would just
hour.
jam with him.
I wouldn't even
Yeah.
jam. I would just sit there and
Just sit
chill.
there and
Just
chill.
conversate. Yeah.
But seriously, if they
No, I would
Make a
talk
beat
to
to
him
my voice.
because I had a few conversations with him like through Instagram DMs,
Right.
and like I remember he posted the record. I cannot remember which one. It was like 72, 73 Russian funk record that was actually by accident ended up in a basement in somewhere in New York. They found it. The guy who owned the record store, he repressed the record. Blah blah blah. Anyway. And he posted something about the record, and I was like, "Yo, this record, I got it here." Send him a picture, and then he's like, "How old are you? What the fuck?" And he's like, "How do you know this?" And then we talked a little bit about the record,
Okay.
and then like me following him, like he knows so much. I would just love to sit
Yes.
down with him
Oh my
because
God.
he's this type of all these old cats. They're this type of people who are like, "Yeah, I know back in the day in '73, man, we used to kick it down that street." I'm like, "I know this street."
I Google Earthed it.
Exactly. So I would love to.
Where are you from, actually?
Croatia.
Yeah, Croatia. from where?
Croatia. By the way, Questlove was in Croatia literally every 3 months back in the 90s.
And where exactly are you from?
Zagreb.
Zagreb, okay.
Yeah, from south of the river.
Okay.
And I would love to. I would
I
really.
performed a couple times in Hvar.
Hwag, yeah, that's a
Yeah.
fancy. Wow, shit, you got some fancy gigs then.
Yeah.
Wow. Not even I can afford to go to Hwag, and I'm from the motherfucker.
You could be the busboy, the waiter.
Hwag is nice,
Connection
Hwag is nice,
is-
but it's very fancy. Like Dubrovnik and Hwag, they're the most fanciest, most
Yeah.
expensive places because all the rich Germans go there.
Yeah, exactly. A lot
That's why
of
they
tourists.
booked
It's a
you.
party
I mean,
town.
but to be honest, their hotels and everything, it's really top of the chain.
Yeah.
Food, I would not say so because my grandma cooks better, but
no, I mean,
they're top of the
Croatian food is just the bomb. But
yeah.
and the people are nice, and the place is beautiful.
Except
and
sometimes
the
they're
islands and
racist.
everything, but
Sometimes.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know when I realized that. You know when I realized that Croatians are racist? I swear, when I got here, because I would drive in an Uber, and no matter if it's a black person or like a Asian person or like an Indian person, any person of color, when they drive me in Uber and like, "Where are you from, my friend?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I'm from Croatia." And they're like, "Ah, yeah, people." Yeah, keep driving, and then I
So
keep
they
hearing.
couldn't say anything good about
Yeah, I
it.
keep hearing stories, then I keep reading articles. Then my friends tell me like, "Yeah, you guys are racist as fuck," and I'm like, "Shit, we are." And then I go look at it back.
Right.
I'm like, "Fuck, we are fucking racist."
But you know what? You will be surprised how many countries or how many cultures are considered racist.
yeah.
You know
But
what I mean?
we're also very small. But no, but it's just. It's
I mean,
just funny.
seriously, the Greek are racist as fuck.
Yeah.
The Persians sometimes can be racist as fuck. The Israelis can be racist as fuck.
Yeah.
Like a lot of people,
like
but you know what?
nationalism.
Yes,
Yeah.
exactly.
It's
But you know
national-
what?
It's more nationalism. Yeah.
It is, yeah. Especially like Persians.
Yeah.
They think they are the shit just because of the old culture.
Because of 300? The
No,
movie 300?
no, but because of our rich culture. And don't get me wrong, we are the shit. But so many other people, other folks are the shit too. You just gotta
I don't
accept
know.
it.
That's weird. But for me, you know what's funny for me? Because technically, I don't know if we are as a nation or racist, but I heard a lot of things. Racist stuff from Croatia. But then when a person but I'm telling you, if Kevin walks down, okay, maybe not now.
I've been in Croatia.
But like if at the time when I was a kid, if you're not, so Zagreb is 2 parts, south of the river, north of the river. South of the river is all the slum, the dirty shit, like fucking no money, no nothing, right? And this is it's called New Zagreb. And then the old town, like everything north of the river is just Zagreb. If you saw a person of color walking through the north part of the Zagreb, like people would be like, yo, he's so cool. You from America? Wow, man. What's up? You know?
Michael Jordan.
Yeah, Michael. No, but they would be really interested in you. Like, you know, they would really be like, for example, if you two, for example, come to Zagreb. I mean, today I'm not sure because it's 2020.
Yeah, you're kings
But like
and
they
queens.
would really focus on him. And like, wow, you're so cool, man. Wow, you're from New York. Yeah, you know what I'm saying, man.
Jersey.
You know, I'm from Jersey, yeah. But you know what I mean?
Yeah,
but
of
then
course.
you hear stories, then I hear stories like the Christian's racist. So I'm like, wait a minute. I mean, both is racist.
Right.
That is also racist. But like, I heard that, I don't know, it's just, I don't understand it. I really don't. I don't.
Let me say this. There's stupid people everywhere.
Yeah, of course.
Just speaking
yeah.
different languages.
Yeah.
Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah, just
know?
speaking different languages.
Yeah.
That's
They
how
look a
it
little
is.
different. That's it. There's stupid
Let's
people
switch it up a little. Let's pick a question here. Maybe get something fun.
Well, I was getting juicy, huh?
Is this how we're gonna end it?
No, I just want to see where it goes. Just
let's see.
Oh, I'm
yeah,
picking it, huh?
you're picking it.
Dun, 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 dun.
Is it
Coming
one?
in a second.
Yeah.
Wait, what is it? Just one.
Yeah, just one. That's it.
Would you rather someone be honest and hurt your feelings or lie to protect them?
Wow, Kevin, that's Wow, Kevin.
Sorry, just wanted the person to think.
Did he really write that?
Yeah, I put them all out.
That's a good question.
He's a softie, right? Kevin is a softie.
Well,
Kevin
there's
ain't
some other
no.
ones in there. You just got a nice,
I picked a nice one. I picked a safe
I'm a
one.
little
Maybe this
crazy
is the only
sometimes.
one. Probably the one. Would you rather eat shit or?
And why?
So,
I'm coming in a second. But yeah,
Alright.
I'm listening. I'm coming in a second. Okay, wait, because I gotta. Okay.
so I always prefer the straight way.
The straight
truth?
way.
Yeah, straight. Always
You don't
the
think
truth.
that there's sometimes a line where it should be, maybe a person should be sensitive to
yeah, for
what
sure.
you're going through and like
be diplomatic if possible.
diplomatic
you
is what's
Yeah,
called.
You know.
diplomatic.
Okay.
or be sensitive.
But you can still be
don't have
straight.
but still be straight. You know, I can tell you like
Can your boyfriend or your exes account to that? Like
Yeah.
you would, you know?
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Huh.
I would think so. I mean, right? If you if you have a experience and
They're
you
probably
know,
looking at you like, what? I used to always tell her the truth. She used to smack me.
no, really, like if it's really the truth. But I would talk back. Don't expect me to just eat it and not talk back if I believe that it
Yeah,
was
of
wrong,
course. Yeah,
or if it
of
was.
course.
Okay.
And if you did hurt me, I would tell you too. I'll be like, oh, that was rough, you
But
know.
you wanted it.
But I want back in the days, I have to admit, probably because my parents were very critic, like they were my biggest critics. I would not like it if people would, tell me their critique.
What kind of?
Especially-
My question. Sorry. What kind of critics? Like more like negative critics, or just in general critical?
My mom is my biggest critic. Okay, so
Yeah,
if she,
mine too.
whenever she came to a show, she would be like,
The other one.
you know, when you sing those high notes,
Yeah.
you got to sing it from the top, because my mom was
Yeah.
a singer too.
Oh, I
So-
was about to say she's
Yeah.
a singer, huh?
Yeah. So you got to sing it from
Okay.
the top. You know, got to hit it from the top. So you don't sound flat. You got to hit it from the top. And I'm like, oh.
I'm not inviting you anymore.
But with time, I have to say, I got to appreciate her criticism so much
Okay.
because everybody else just tells you how great you
And
are,
what you
how
wanna
beautiful
hear.
you are.
Yeah.
But your mom is like, okay, next time, girl, you got to wear a different kind of skirt,
Yeah.
or a different kind of dress, a different kind of this, that, because it makes you look fat or makes you.
Yeah.
She's honest.
Yeah.
She just wants my best, so of course.
Do you separate the criticism from a person who really is expert in their area? Like for example, let's say your mom was a singer. What if she wasn't a
is.
singer?
Oh,
would
what-
you still would you separate those? Like, do you still listen to the
yeah,
the
of
critic?
course, I would always listen to it. But of course, like if I knew that person's just a hater, then I can separate the two.
Yeah,
and
the
be like,
two
okay,
things.
They're trying to, like, provoke you.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
Okay.
Like if somebody, it depends on what people say, like for example, and sometimes it's just a matter of taste. If some people say like, oh, her voice doesn't really sound too good, or, her voice is nerve wracking, or is whatever. It's one person, after the Voice of Germany.
Yeah, you probably got a lot of
You
comments.
got a lot of
or
comments.
emails,
Did you?
so-
Oh my God, reading those comments is
You read it?
hell.
You read 'em all?
Yes, I
On,
read
what, on YouTube or where?
on YouTube. Yeah.
Yeah, okay. How was that like reading? Because I hear always a lot of people don't want to read them, and then like you purposely went through every single one.
I'm not sure if I caught each and every one, but
Okay.
yeah.
Was there moments where you just felt like going in a corner?
I was like, ooh. One person wrote, she sounds like a goat. I'm like,
Whoa. Did they at least write the minute part, like where you can like reflect and stuff? Like,
no, on the Bob Marley joint.
Okay, yeah.
What? Really?
Yes.
I really liked that. Like it
I
was
really
so
liked it.
smooth and like soft. It was perfect.
I felt comfortable too, but then I had to listen back and be like, okay, where did she think, or he, or whatever, whoever that is, like, can I see? I always try to check
People
back.
talk. People talk
Yeah.
shit. People just talk shit.
Some people might just hear it that way.
Yeah.
And that's fine. It's a matter of taste. Music is a matter of taste. You cannot really discuss
Appease
taste.
everybody.
But I think it's very important to have critics, and I think like I was.
We could take them out.
My mom was also very critical. My mom is still today critical.
Yeah.
I make a film. She has no idea. Sometimes I get mad at her because not mad at her like mad. Sometimes I feel she gives critic just to give critic, not that
I know
she
exactly
feels
what you mean,
the
yeah.
critic.
I know exactly what you mean.
So
That's
I'm
how
like,
I felt for a long time
yeah,
too. But
sometimes I feel like it depends. Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. But I think you were lucky to. I think we were both lucky because my parents were also always critical because it already prepared me to be very like, because like Kevin knows me, I hear shit all the time, all the fucking time. This, that, this is bad, this is bad, but this in general in life. Did you hear that? Because it's connected. Yeah. But which is cool because like when I then do my, let's say, art stuff, like for example films or when I'm trying to make a beat or whatever, is I'm ready for. I need this critic. I don't need no. Wow, you're so good and this and that. I really don't feel even comfortable because when you tell me I'm good, you don't give me much. You don't give me much.
right.
You give me support, but at the end of the day, you really know if you're good or not. There's nobody who will tell you you're good, and then you're gonna be like, oh yeah, wow, I'm
Well, I
good.
think if Michael Jackson
Okay,
would have
maybe-
said that to her, then she would have been
Yeah, I mean, yeah, of course. And if you
can't
know,
tell me shit, Michael Jackson.
yeah, or if Questlove told me, like, But at the same time, I think still that would be probably the ego part. That would be like, wow, Michael Jackson. But you know if you're good or not,
That's the thing. The ego plays a big role.
Yeah.
You know?
And also in hearing honesty or not.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Exactly.
and for example, and that's why I'm more comfortable when I'm like, yo, tell me, like, because a lot of people here when I got to Germany, they don't feel comfortable. Like me, if I come to your studio session, if you ask me about the song, I'll tell you, yo, I really don't like it. I don't know this type of music, but I don't like it. If it's hip hop, then I'll really bash the shit out of it. But but I'll tell you. But people sometimes get offended. Oh, well, look at this guy. He's a big producer. What the fuck?
I think looking at it from the opposite side, you always have to know if your comments and your opinion is wished for or not. Is
Oh, okay. Like if you,
You
didn't
as
ask
a
for it.
critic or you as someone being critiqued?
you as a critic.
Yeah.
You know, so like
I
for
agree.
example, if I go somewhere and somebody's like, "Yo, listen to my music," or I really want to know what you think about it, then I tell you what I think about it.
Yeah.
If I feel like, or if somebody's just playing music and they're not asking for my opinion, then I probably won't tell them my opinion because
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
Opinions are like assholes. Everybody got one.
Is that a fact?
That's a fucking.
That was funny. I was just trying to picture somebody without one.
Okay. Cool. But I don't know. How do you feel when you get a critic today?
I'm happy.
Yeah.
Yes, I'm I'm actually nowadays, because I guess I'm so focused on my own growth.
Yeah.
So you see it as
asking for it.
Yeah.
I'm asking for it. Like I'll ask everybody and their mama. So what do you think about this? What do you think? With certain things, that I think that still need development, or I tell them, like, tell me if you see something that can be improved. Like for example, there was a show that we did this year, miracle,
like this year. Like,
in Wiesbaden, right?
okay.
And two people that had booked us for a show in Bad Nauheim a couple weeks before that, I asked them to come to the show and also let me know what they think about it, because I knew they're also musicians and they also do bookings and this and that. And they were not working for me at that time, but I always want to have professionals look at our stuff and tell us the truth, you know, and their criticism, because I believe it can only improve our work and our show. So, and that was good. That was good. She told me her opinion. It was good. It helped.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I saw that you had a couple of shows, even though, like concerts you had rolled, like this year even. And I was sure that was like very hard to even get that, like, the deal done.
You know, the thing is that usually we play between 40 and 60 shows a year.
Whoa, okay.
Not always with the whole band, sometimes just as a duo, or sometimes as a trio, sometimes as the whole band. But this year we got to play 6 concerts.
6.
Terrible.
6.
I don't know. It's terrible.
They're killing, they're trying to kill the culture, like music culture, dance.
We were
everything.
really lucky to make Just Like Butter. I don't know what. I think
because it was summertime and like they opened up that window from June to September.
Yeah, but that's what I'm trying to say. Is like we were lucky to have that. It was, and you probably, I suppose, had it on those 6 probably around summer, or yeah. So
like everybody squeezed it in.
Yeah.
Like
we were very, very lucky to have at least that gate. I don't think we're gonna. I don't know about next summer, but I don't think we're gonna have something like this anytime soon, unfortunately.
But you know, me not being able to be on stage helped me to actually finish the 3rd album, Growth.
Yeah.
You know?
That's the thing. Yeah.
And also got me into different projects. You know, I'm also part of another group called Kiss Lulu.
Okay.
And they're producing music for film and for commercials and stuff like that. Like
Oh,
that.
shit.
Okay, that's why you had that commercial also recently.
Exactly,
Yeah,
the
okay,
Hyundai.
that's-
Exactly.
We be talking, Joe. Oh my God.
And where are they? Or you
Also
guys?
in Frankfurt.
Oh, okay, that's nice.
They're also in
Okay.
Frankfurt. Yeah.
So they produce specifically for film.
Yeah.
And or like for
for
like,
for
commercials and
Netflix
stuff.
or for commercials like the Hyundai
What kind
or
of
Hyundai,
music?
that's right. That's what it was.
more soundtracky or like music.
whatever is being wished for. Like we have different kinds of genres. We have different kinds of.
So they tell you like make 6 pop songs, then make 6 jazz songs or something like that, or
Well, usually it works like this. Like the companies have their idea of what the tone, what the style is supposed to be like. Whatever worked in the past.
Yeah.
Again, you know, whatever's working at the moment, so to say.
Yeah.
And then
And you just guys go for it, you know.
Yeah,
You're like, okay.
They produce a couple of songs, and then the company is picking. But there are so many people that they're picking from.
Okay.
You know.
So you were probably happy when you got picked for the Hyundai.
Oh, yeah.
Like I'm looking at the thing, I'm like, oh, this is like a typical, commercial where you would see, and then I hear your voice, I'm like, oh, that's dope.
Yeah, and that's not the first commercial that I did.
Okay.
Like I did Mercedes-Benz a couple of years ago, actually 2013. But that was only used for the music fair for the IAA.
That was the picture with the AMG.
No.
So what was like we were next to a car.
Yeah, no, that was another.
Can
that
you
was
get good money?
gig.
Can you get good money with it?
Oh yeah.
So they give you a contract for years per play.
No, probably just to use the rights to play that. Use your voice on that commercial.
The rights, yeah.
Because when
called
I do a
sync
commercial
deal or licensing deal.
Yeah, I do something similar, but I do get per playing fee. I get a fee per playing, usually in commercial work.
Okay.
So, for example, if I do a commercial, for example, I did the Audi commercial, I got a deal. I think I signed a 1-year deal or 2. I don't know. Usually it's 2 actually.
Yeah.
You're lucky if it's 1, because if it's anyway, after that deal, every time they play it again, you get a fee. Mm-hmm. They already give you the fee, so the 1-year deal, you get money for your work. Then they give you the fees. Imagine this: let's say every time they play a commercial, I don't know, you get, let's say, $5, right? Mm-hmm. So for that first year, you get $250. You know, that's why you're locked in that deal. And then every time after, and then year passes, the deal goes, and then every time they play again, it's $5, or something like that.
But
Usually,
they always do different kind of deals depending on
that's why I wanted to ask you: is it
Yeah.
per playing, or is
No.
it just a licensing?
The licensing.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
But I usually, from my experience, is like that's good money.
Oh yeah.
Like I did
This is the
one-
only
Like fast.
real
Yeah.
money.
It's crazy.
to achieve.
I got one. I did a commercial for Nike, right? And I did a commercial for Nike, blah blah. And I was told all of my friends about it. It was not the big commercial, but it was like, and I remember they gave me the contract where I had to sign to completely give all of my rights if I. Okay, I can technically say it because I didn't say which commercial it is. Shit, I just remembered. No, oh my god, that was so close. But anyway, like I couldn't say even that I did it. Like
Right.
like I had to give them all the raw files,
Right.
all the like I had no physical proof.
Right, the
like,
master and everything.
for
you have to
example,
give it away.
if I told you I did this commercial, you'd be like, yeah, bullshit, prove it. And I couldn't prove it. There was no way for me to prove it. And I remember it sucked. Later I realized it sucked because I would say I did this for Nike, and they're like, yeah. But I got a shit ton of money for it. A shit ton of money. You get so much, like commercials work. Commercial work really works. If it's like a serious commercial, that is good money. Yeah, definitely.
For sure.
Nike, I'm sorry. Anyway, we're gonna close it off. Yeah.
Yeah, you wanted to play your.
Yeah. How about? Do you wanna close us off maybe with?
I just sang. Okay, I didn't
With
know
your-
I was supposed to sing.
No, maybe Kaye-Ree. Do you feel like singing, or I don't want to put
Sure,
pressure on
sure,
you?
no
You wanna
problem.
sing us out of this episode?
For sure.
Okay, we're gonna then leave you to it. We got some beat here over I made the other day. It's just a loop.
And if you like it, make sure you hit us up on Instagram or on YouTube or on
Spotify,
Spotify.
iTunes.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's KAY-REE.
No.
KAYE. That's very important. See, that's what a lot of people forget. KAYE-REE. So, or
K-A-Y,
for
okay.
Germans, minus REE. Okay. KAYE.
And make sure to follow
Okay?
her because she's about to drop her album soon, right?
Right. Hopefully in spring, depending on what this
Corona.
crazy situation is going to develop into. But yeah, hopefully in spring.
Thank you for being
2021.
you're our 10th guest.
Thank you.
We should have prepared something for her. Look, she brought us a record and a CD and this and
Thank you.
we got guests. Yeah, we got our supporters over there.
That's
Hazen,
okay. I'll
Warren.
leave my address and y'all can just send me the flowers and the
Yeah.
money and the,
Well, Kevin will do that because I'm broke.
Okay, whatever.
You know, he works for a pharmaceutical company. Motherfucker got money, you know.
Right.
Okay, guys, thank you so much for listening. Thank you so much for sticking 10 episodes. Yeah, thank you.
Now we're gonna have Bruno say no.
Okay.
Thanks for the invitation.
Here's the beat. Here's the beat, yo. Oh shit. Should I turn it up?
You know, when you grow, it might really hurt sometimes. It won't be your bones, but it's your soul that cries. You feel the weight of life, but if you accept the side of truth and stop the lies, you feel your path was right. It might just take a while for you to see the signs and listen to your voice inside. And then you see that you have grown through all the struggles in your life. That's the remix
Thank you.
for growth, baby, growth.
Coming out
Shit.
2021.
Yes, sir.
Yo. Thank you, Kaye-Ree, for this beautiful, beautiful voice.
Thank you.
Thank you guys for listening. Podcast,
Yes.
whatever, episode motherfucking
Number
10.
10.
Mm-hmm.
Number 10.
Peace.
We out.
Out.
Peace. I like that. Smooth.
Thank you.
That was a good conversation. It was like,
I like this. I like it. Thanks for having me.
Well, it's 5 minutes too long for people because